let's start here. If you guys did not click on the links, this is the moment to do it. So what I want you to do is go back to my email and click on all the links below, okay, which is download the template from MailChimp. If you click there, it's gonna take you to MailChimp. Download the templates to Canva for sale. If you click there, it's gonna take you to that file. Or I think it's gonna open a window saying that you can download the template. So I'm gonna click on the link again. I'm gonna click on the other ones. So on my screen. And the good thing about it is if you're not familiarized with working with Zoom, this is a great opportunity to get really familiarized. So I'm assuming that all of you can see my screen right now. And I know that because actually I have a green border around my screen that tells me that you guys can see this. So this is something that what I did, I just click on the link and I'm pretty sure that you all guys see the same. So you're looking right now to my for sale template. So if I go and I click on the button that says use template, look what happens. It's gonna take me to my Canva. In this case, it's gonna take you to my Canva account because I am doing it as me. But if you are clicking on yours and you have a Canva account already, it's gonna open on your account. Am I right? You cannot, thank you. Okay, so do that with all the other templates, okay? Like I have here, I have the market report, you see? This is the one that I have to work today it's called market report agent, so it's a template. And so we need to go back and do the other three. So be sure to have all your templates open. So it's gonna be a few tabs. Awesome. So now I have all my templates open. The only thing missing here is I need to go to matrix. Okay. Matrix. Where are you, matrix? Matrix. Miami. RE.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Two questions. Can I ask 2 questions? One.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you the exemption of asking 2 questions. Yes, you can.
No, Canva. We have to be a regular account,
yes,
or
you can be. You can be a regular account. I'm a pro, and that's why I'm able to share templates with you.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so you can be just a regular user. I have a pro account, so it gives me other, things that I use because I have access to more photos, more text. But honestly, you can very much do well with the basic account. What I like about pro, and that's what I use it because I use it with you guys and other people. But the best is I can share my templates. So that's an asset for me. Okay. So, so hold on. I'm in what am I here? They changed this whole thing of the MLS and I'm going crazy. Okay, I don't want to talk. So what do I do? Minimize.
Lola, it's in the corner. It's in the move around.
Move around?
Yeah, because they changed that.
I know.
So Miami got away, the bridge.
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, I saw it. Yes, thank you, Pilar. I saw it yesterday and I forgot about the class because I got trapped in a call, so I couldn't attend. So let's go all there and at least be logged in if you're not. So we going to, I must imagine that you guys have your building. Okay, so since I have some of you that are talking to me, hold on, and tour, I don't need a tour. So I just want to be sure, and I'm not gonna, I have to open, let me see, do this. I'm gonna just keep someone there, which is gonna be Pilar. I need to see the chat.
Matrix.
Yes. So we're in Matrix, right? So hold on, let me see the chat because I need to be able to see if you're writing the chat. Okay, here. Okay, awesome. So now we are here. So we're gonna go to Matrix. So what do we need to make a market report? Basically, what we need to make a market report is to have a subject. In this case, you can create a market report with 1 building, 2 buildings, 3 buildings, you name it. I recommend that if you're going to be doing, like, I'm going to put the example, since I have you, Pilar, I'm going to put the example of Pilar. Pilar works downtown. So if she wants to do the building that she lives in and the other 2 buildings in the area, she can literally do that and just call it the downtown market report. And she would be actually, or she can even call it the name of the buildings as a market report. So the idea is that we give to people a very clear and graphic way of visualizing the information. Why? First of all, because they don't have access to the MLS. And if they do have access to other companies in which they might send, they are not sending the specifics. So after a lot of consideration, I went over and I decided that the best way to do it is very graphic. And I had the option to teach you to do it all in Canva. And the reason why I use the template on MailChimp is because I want people to be able to see you guys on your phone, okay? So for people to see you on your phone, when you create a file already on MailChimp, the system adjusts to a very specific view. And I want to show you later in the training how can you see what people is seeing when they see you on your mobile device. Because today people can literally, we can say that more than 50, I would say that around 60%, and you have a way of knowing where your audience sees you more. They might see you on their mobile device than in their laptops or computers, okay? So we're gonna start here. So what I want you to guys, and I'm gonna get this. Okay, so I want you, the first thing you do is pick your building. And this is something that I want you all to do in your own, okay? Just go to a building. Let me think, yes. So you're gonna come to search. I'm gonna do single families, and I'm gonna put the only address I know. It's that one, 1451, yes, Brickell Avenue. I'm sorry, I don't need more. I just want to do one. Okay, perfect. Okay, so the first thing I do, I put the address of my building, which I'm assuming that you guys know. And then this is a market report. So for this market report, I need facts. So what do I need? I need everything that is active. I need every closed sales in the last 6 months, okay? And for now, since I'm doing, these are the ones that I'm doing with you, I don't need anything else. You can actually have the rental, but you will not get it from here. You will get it from what is for rent when you do rental, when you do rentals, okay? So once you have that click, it's very simple. Now you go to results, and this is it. Now you have a bunch of information here that, imagine, it's crazy to go over. So what I do, I go directly to stats, okay? And I do tabular. And now I have the information from my market report, as simple as that. So we can have here, and I have, we've been talking a lot about why we use median prices. And median prices is because it's the most accurate pricing, okay, that you can get. It's not the average, it's the median price, is the one that is the most accurate. So what do we know about this particular building? I know that we have 39 units for sale, that they closed 3 units in the last 6 months, and in total is 42. That's what I know, okay? So as we're going to create the market report, what we are gonna do, we're gonna start seeing other things like price per square feet, and we will come back to this screen to check it out. So I hope all you guys have yours here, because now we're gonna jump to MailChimp. Okay, so this is what I told you at the beginning. This is a class that we're gonna go back and forth, and we're gonna do it together. So you already have this tab. So when you go now, go to the MailChimp tab. Okay, you're gonna find it on your computer. Let me see, my MailChimp tab is here. Awesome. And we're going to click on edit the template. So what I did with the template, I created the fields that you're going to need. Does this mean that you cannot add anything? No, it doesn't mean that. That means that for me, these are the very important fields for you to have. Now, I'm thinking.
Wait a second, Lola.
Yes.
I'm in MailChimp, but I don't know why I don't find the template right now. And I saw it a while ago.
Okay, so one thing you can do, let me see if I guide you correctly. Is anybody else having Pilar's problem? Hold on, let me see the chat. Let me see.
I'm the only one.
You're the only one? You see, you're always my troublemaker. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so if you cannot see it.
Yo estoy revisando el mío, espera.
Okay,
I
Where-
see.
Yeah.
I'm on the same page.
So you guys cannot see your template? When you click on the link, what did you took it? When you click on
No, I mean, it was there a while ago. Probably it's there in the draft.
Click again on brand, and then you can see the templates.
Yo lo
let
vi
me
en la
see.
clase pasada.
Okay, let me go back.
Because it was there, eh? But I start to do another
No,
stuff.
here you see.
Brand.
You look at the
Oh,
screen.
yes,
Brand.
Okay,
Click
brand.
on brand.
Then you have
Yes,
template.
thank you.
And that's
Brand,
it.
and it's
Okay.
there.
You're welcome.
So now we'll go back to edit, right? So remember, MailChimp is breaking in twos. What does it mean? Your right side is where you actually do all the editing. The left side is where you dump everything. So basically what I did, that in this case, we're not gonna tweak it too much. I created the fields or the spaces that you're going to need to have. And let me explain it what each of them are. And I know some of you have these pieces, and I know that some of you might not have it yet. But I think I did a class about how to create your banner and stuff like that. But if you don't have it for now, don't worry, you just can basically go watch that video that I created, and I think it's a template there, and if not, you just let me know by personal email, and I will create a template so you can work on your banner, the top banner. So I'm gonna go now and show you the top part. So in your top part, what you're gonna add there is exactly that, your banner, okay? The one that talks about what you do, your business. So we're gonna go, and the first thing you do, let me go back because sometimes I might go a little faster. So you click on here, and as soon as you click on the pencil. The pencil is the first, you see that says edit block. This is to actually duplicate the block, and of course this is to delete it. In case that you don't have any graphics, you can delete it at this moment. So we're gonna go on, let me mute everybody. If you finish talking, guys, because I cannot see it now, I appreciate if you can mute yourself so we can not get distracted. Okay, so back here, manage participants. Okay, everybody's mute, yes. Awesome, so now I'm gonna go to upload an image. Now, this is a situation in which this is my very, very own personal, look, I have Paula here. So I have a banner someplace, somewhere, I'm gonna use this one. It's not a branded one. I can do it with Paola, but I'm gonna do this one. So I'm gonna click in that, okay? And I'm gonna insert. So that's let's imagine that that's mine, right? Top banner that has my branding, okay? So I just leave it there and I save, and that's it. Now, as you see, I already put the text here, April market report for, and each of you have a building. So I'm gonna come to the pencil, and in my case, I'm gonna put Eco Brico. Hold on. Eco, I have an issue with my keyboard. Eco Brico. Okay. So you guys type your own, and one thing you have to do always on MailChimp is when you finish, you have to go down and save and close, okay? So you guys have now your banner which you added. If you don't have a banner, do not worry. You basically come here and delete it, and it's all good. And here you're gonna put April market report for Echo, or for whatever building you're doing. Alberto, I don't know. I'm sorry that I'm looking at this. I don't know if you need to create it. I'm assuming that constant contact probably works similar to this one. At least it's gonna help you because it's gonna help you because you still can use my templates for Canva. Okay, so I just don't know how to work with constant contact, but I'm assuming that it's pretty much simple. Similar. Okay, so we have that. The one thing that I always like to have is the image of the building that I'm talking about or the area. So hopefully I'm gonna upload it because I don't have any here. And I wish I remember where do I have it. What am I gonna do? I did forget about this tiny little piece. Let me go to desktop. I have image echo. Is this the one? I think I do. Yes. Okay. I happen to have already selected the image of my building. If you do not have it right now, I don't want you to freak out, because you can kind of make it simple, and I'm gonna show you how. I think this is my eco brick. Let me see. I'm going to, as it is, while it's uploading, I'm gonna go to here. You don't need to do what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find out where can I get another, sorry for that. That's me and my email, my WhatsApp, which is active. Let me unactivate that. Close it. Perfect. So if you do not have a photo, let me go back. If you do not have a photo, where am I? Here. This is Brickle, Eco Brickle. So if you don't have a photo, you can put it later, okay? But ideally, you want to have a photo of the building, and it can be a photo that, if this is your market, can be a photo that you used before, and or there is in the MLS when you were, you know, doing your photos for your unit. So any photo that you have that represents the building will work, okay? I just want you to be mindful that ideally you will use the same photo all the time. So, and I'm gonna insert, okay? So now I have my photo, right? So now is the part in which I'm gonna just basically outline the 3 most important parts in this report, which is how many units are for sale, how many units have been sold, and what is the price per square foot, okay? This is the part that we're gonna put in here. So for that, I need you guys to go back to your browser, and let's find first my sold, for sale, okay? So let me see if I can see you. Okay, awesome. Now, let me see. Yes. Okay, so everybody's in this page? Yes? Awesome, cool. So let me tell you something about a template. A template is something that you can modify. Just in case, when you save it, when you open it, and you're gonna tweak it right now because maybe orange is not your color, right? So you don't have to get stick with orange because I use it. Maybe this font is not your font and you don't have to use it because I use it. And the for sale, you wanna have it in another font or another color. That's all great. The reason why I created the template is that you can tweak it and you have the elements, okay? You can be as creative as you want, or if you don't wanna work at all, you just keep on doing this. So I'm gonna show you how easy, if you're not familiarized with Canva, working with this is. So first thing we're gonna work is on the object. In this case, a circle. I create a circle for many reasons. I love circles, and it's part of our brand, it's the circle. So I love circles. Could be a square, or actually can be nothing. You can actually have the number with no figure. So once you click on that, you go and you will see on the top, it tells you a bunch of stuff. Let me move this to the side. So you will see the banner here that talks about color, right? And if I click on there, basically it's gonna give me a palette of colors, and I give me a bunch of options. I can even pick a color. Like I know, because I was working with Pilar Branding, that she has a different brand. So she could be putting right now her code, if she knows it, on that in here, okay? And that will make that your own color from your brand, it will be there. So it's as simple as literally doing that, okay? Or picking here, or picking here. So whatever your color is, I'm gonna pick all this. So I'm gonna leave that. I like it, it's awesome, beautiful. The other thing is, how do I work with an element? Well, it's very simple. I just drag and drop. Look what happens. You see, I can make it big or small as I want it. And the font, same thing. The font is white, okay? And look at here. When you look at the top, you'll see that it says text color. I can change that too. I can put it in pink, whatever. I can put it in red. I can put it in black. Whatever I want. I like it white. I'm gonna leave it in white. So you have that flexibility. As I was mentioning to you earlier, this is my template, but it doesn't mean that you have to stick to it. So you can change the fonts. So you will come here and look, I might have more fonts than you just because I'm pro, and I'm sorry for that. But doesn't mean that they have a nice selection of fonts, okay? So there is plenty to go around. I try to pick something kind of, I always try to stick to what is easy to be read, to the eye. And I like to mix styles, as far as like this is a very modern style and this is a more of a classic style, but that's me. Doesn't mean that you have to do it. So How simple it is, very simple to change. So I just highlight it like any other Word document editor, and I can come here and change it to that, okay? So it's very simple, as you can see. So let's imagine that I'm happy with this, and I'm gonna leave it like that. But for sale, EcoBrico does not have 940 units. So I have to go back to my matrix and say, hey, it's 39. So now I go back here, and I see, just simply put 39, okay? Everybody there? So do it with your own building, because remember, I want you to actually do on this class. This is not a, I'm listening to you class, this is I'm doing it with you class. So once you have placed your number, you're just gonna go to this little arrow on the top next to publish, okay? And it's gonna say that you want to download it. As soon as I click there, oh, hold on. Well, if you already did it, no worries. One thing that I want you to do is before, and I'm gonna rewind, okay? Once it's done, you're gonna come here on the top where it says home, file, and resize. You're gonna come to file, and you're going to change the name, and you're gonna say my copy or whatever, sales. I'm gonna put for sale, Echo, whatever. And I'm gonna save it. And I think I have to make a copy, just in case. I don't remember right now. Now I'm hesitating. Template doesn't work the same. I don't think that you need to make a copy. So that's it. So now I go to download. So I come here and I said download, and look what happens. Boom, my file is done. In my case, it goes to my download folder. In your case, I don't know. So I want you to do, while I'm doing mine, you're going to be doing the other one, which is how many units have been sold in your building, okay? So I'm gonna go to matrix, I'm gonna check, it's been 3. No wonder my client is very nervous. Okay, and which one is this one? What do I have? Okay, here, sold. I'm gonna use this template, and I'm gonna put 3. And I'm gonna put another color. I'm gonna put this one. So I put that one on the other one? Yeah, this one. Okay. And I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna change the name to sold Echo. And I'm gonna save it. And download. So it's as simple as that, guys. It's actually very simple. And the reason why I created the template is because, as you know, I have more than 25 years. I keep saying 25, but I have to say that I have more than 25 years as a graphic designer of experience. So I was looking into something that I know that you guys, this is not your field of expertise. It's a lot of fun, but I want you to be concentrating on selling. This is just so you are independent of me. Okay, so I have that too. Now I need the last piece, which is price per square foot. And this is important because, at least in my opinion, people is always looking for that, because it depends, it changes a lot, and they can do their own calculation about, how big is a unit, and they can kind of figure it out what they want. So again, so I'm going back here. So the question, the $1 million question is, which price am I gonna give? Okay, as always, I'm gonna give the median price. But when you go to close sales, pay attention to this. You can tell that this is the listing price, okay? And this is the sold price. So for example, on a median price, they were like, it's almost like $145,000 less, okay? The truth is, this is the prices that are selling, not the listing prices, okay? So if I have to look at what is the price per square foot, I will go to this column, and in this case, I'm gonna put 606. I like round numbers. So I'm gonna go here, download that one. You guys do on your own. And okay, that was not supposed to happen. And I'm gonna do 606. And I'm gonna change the color because I was using the blue palette, so it should be this one. Okay, perfect. And now I'm gonna save. Didn't change the name, shame on me. I'm gonna change it to copy of copy. No, I'm going to change it to price SF. And now I'm going to say, why am I going to do this? Because you're going to have all these little graphics on your Canva right now, you know, and you're going to be able to use it over and over again. So now we're going to download. And done. Awesome. So now I close here and I go back to my MailChimp. So find your MailChimp because we've done a lot. So now I have my 3 places here, okay? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna go back where? We're gonna go to click on that icon and come to upload image. So depending on the computer you're using, this has to be saved someplace. My case, as you can see, is on my downloads. So I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna say the first, I'm gonna put the sales and I'm gonna say enter. And I'm gonna click and insert. That's it, beautiful. Now I'm gonna go to the next. I want you guys to do the same. I'm doing it on me, but I needed to do it on yours, okay? Otherwise, I'm failing as a teacher. Upload. I should have music right now. Not a bad idea at all. Ricardo, we can have some bossa nova. What do you think? Okay, so, right. And I agree with you 100%. So now I'm gonna pick another one. And is this one? Insert. Awesome. So you see, I pick my colors on a palette of blues. And so I'm picking this because I'm working on the second one. That's it. And now I go on this one and pick the other one. Perfect. Done. Okay, save and close. So as you see, it's very neat, okay? So one of the things that I want you to see, we didn't finish yet, but I want you to see something. I want you to go, just so you're curious, and I'm able to teach you a lot of things at the same time. Go to the black bar at the top and see that you have a thing that says preview and test. You can basically go to preview mode. Voila. So now you can see how your eBlast is looking, right? So it looks very professional and amazing. So this section here is a tricky section. And I had my hesitation last night about how I was gonna do this, I have to be honest with you. Because when I do it, I actually here put everything that is sold. Yes. I do like a detail, okay, information on the properties that have been sold. Why I don't do it on the sales is very simple. Long time ago, and I have to admit that I have not double crossed the reference again, we will used to, you know, do this as mailouts. And I'm probably gonna talk about, I don't know, 10 years ago, if not 9 years ago. And one day, the manager of their office, in which I was the marketing director, came to me and says, we cannot do for sales with the details of units and pricing anymore. And I'm like, okay. She was a broker, so I wasn't, so I didn't question her, and we took it out. We took the details of the properties that were listed. But what happened to the solds, those are public records. So you're covered with that. There's no issue of you using sold property. Now, why do I like sold property details? Well, because we're gonna see right now that, well, in this case is, you know, most of the time it's something simple, because especially on the market on a condo, you don't have like 25 units for sale unless the building is very big. Or, you know, it's been, I don't know, it's been super, super desired by everybody. Most of the time you will handle a number that is kind of, you know, on the tens, or, you know, no more than 20. So it's not such a hard work. And what you're seeing here as the 2 different ways of seeing it is because I could not figure it out yet. It does not mean that I'm not gonna be able to figure it out. What happens here when we shrink it? So I want you to go for a second and look on the top. Can you see that it says desktop, mobile, and inbox? Okay, I want you to try, we're gonna do it with mine, but I want you to see, this is how you're gonna see on a mobile. You see what I'm talking about when you create on MailChimp directly? it adjusts to your screen. So I have my photo, I have this information, I have the photo of the building, and now, boom, I have these facts there, you know, big and clear. Now, if I'm looking into my inbox, what does it say? Oh, I have to upgrade. I'm not gonna upgrade, I don't care. My inbox will look like this, okay? So you see it's very different, the information is the same. So one thing that I was testing last night is this part. Look what happened here. This is what I'm doing. I was putting my information like unit 200, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, square feet, and price. If I create it like this, more like a chart, this is what happens. It gets confusing, it gets crazy. I didn't like it. The other option is to actually have a screenshot. What happens to the screenshot? We're gonna find out. So bear with me. I told you this class is the one that you don't wanna miss. I'm telling you, this is the class that nobody wants to miss. So I'm very proud of you guys. So I want you to go to Matrix. And this is what is gonna get a little tricky because I know that not everybody works on Mac, but I do know that most computers, if not all, allows you to take a screenshot of your screen. So I need you guys to take a screenshot of this screen for the purposes of the training. There's no other reason. So I have to do this weirdly because okay. So in my case, for Apple is Command-Shift-4 will make that little symbol, and is where you drag on the area that you want to take a screenshot, and that noise makes you believe that you have a screenshot right now and you're done. So that's that. That's one thing. And once you've done that, I want you to go and click back on your screen, your own, not mine, because remember, we're doing the list of properties that have been sold, okay? So it's only been 3, okay? And I have here all the information that I need from these 3 units. So I know which ones are 2 bedrooms, which ones are 1 bedroom, and I know all the facts that I need to include. So this is when, in the case that you have only 3, it's not such a big thing. And I don't want to say that if I copy and paste, it's going to be simple. Let me see. No, you see, it's not going to be simple. So in my opinion, and this is me working, and I do this a lot for other people, is basically I just memorize and then I say, okay, if I have 3, the unit, what is that? 2603 is a 22.5. Okay, so what I do, and I'm gonna give you 5 minutes for you to do it on your own, even if it's 3 units. You don't need to put all the units, but I want you to basically do the exercise, because remember, this is a class in which we are doing. I'm gonna be doing it right now with you, like I do it when I'm doing it for me, okay, or for someone else. So for my timer, that's what I love about my Apple Watch. I'm actually gonna give you 3 minutes. 5 is a lot. And start, okay? So 26. Okay, so I have to get out of here. By the way, to get out of your preview mode, you just click on the little cross and you're out. And then you go back here, you edit. So unit 2603. I'm gonna change this. I'm gonna put here 2 beds, 2 baths, 2.5. Square footage, don't remember. Also, okay, sold price. Sold price. This was sold by. Is that sold? No, sold listing price. Oh, bummer. I didn't put on my search the listing price. I want to hope. This is something that I have adjusted on other searches. I have already showing my sold price, which is not the same as a listing price. So in this case, I need to go to the particular unit to see the difference. Okay, so this was 660. Good. 660. Price per square foot. Go back here. Go back here. Let's just go forward. 5/1969. The question is 5/1969. I don't think there is that. Yeah, 5/1969. Yeah, the price is right. So 5/1969. And the closing date was, where am I? Matrix here. Closing date, closing date, closing date. You can adjust, and this is, I do this, is a very peculiar thing that I didn't put that search because I have it most of the time. I have my screen adjusted to what I want. 11/6/19. 11/6/19. Okay, you see, in my case, I'm lucky. I don't have that much info. And I can do this as, actually, this can be like this. Makes no sense. So price goes there, square version, blah, 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 unit. Okay. So I can do the same thing. I'm a very big believer of the copy paste because now I just need to change the facts and I need to change everything else. So in my case, this will go away, right? Because it's only 3. So one, I can keep going back and forth, finding the information that I needed. But again, this is like when you go to this, have you gone to this cooking shows in which they show you how they do the cake and then all of a sudden they bring you the cake done? This is kind of the same. So 222, this is the unit 1901. Because it's already been 1901, 222 and a half. In the square foot, it was a little different. I'm gonna close that. And 1287, 606. 1287. Reduce 606. Here was a 5. It was a 5, right? 606. Okay. I'm just trying to make it fast, but you will be changing all those facts. Once you finish changing, then you save. And that's what is showing on your sold property, okay? That section, I have to figure it out, and I promise I will. And if I find a solution, I promise also I will let you guys know, because I just need to figure it out if I can do a tab and what happens. So for you to see what happens with the other screenshot that we did, I didn't forget about that. I want you guys to come to your right and find the image icon. You're gonna drag and drop it under. So do that. And you're gonna click on upload and browse. Why am I doing this? Because I wanna torture you? No, because I wanna show you what happens sometimes. I wanna show you what happens sometimes when we do this. Because of course, there's sometimes that it's easier to take. That's not the case that I want. That's not what I want. What was that? That was a class I was looking at. A screenshot. Okay, let me see. Okay, that. Okay. So I upload that. And I click and I add. Okay. So this, let's imagine that you're working on Excel or any other thing and you have that here instead of doing the typing that we just did. That's an option. I just want you to see how does it look when you go mobile. This is the trick. So if you go to preview and test and you go to preview mode, this is how it looks in a computer, okay? Not bad at all. And this is how it looks on a mobile. Do you see what happened here? I have to open it up right now. If I'm in my phone, I will have to stop and open it up to be able to see, and then I have to move my finger across to see all the data. That's why I say that this section is tricky, and this doesn't look that good on the other one, but it definitely looks good here. Now, I'm a perfectionist, which is a big mistake, but I'm trying to figure it out where would be the best middle ground. Like, you know, should I have the unit with the bedrooms and bathrooms on the top, or should I have the bedrooms and bathroom and next to it the square footage? And then, you know what I mean? So it doesn't become like this block, because here it looks really cute. But the thing is that when it's here, unless I have an idea. I have an idea how to fix this. I can come here, you see, working with you guys makes me creative, and I can do that. So at least now, if I am looking to this like that, it does not look that bad, right? And I still can say this is what I was saying to you. I can do this, I can do this, space, 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 space. So now I cannot have that. Imagine, I'm just trying to, okay, yeah. So price, I can put this on the side. We'll do this again, space, 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 closing date. So and this is why I do what I do, because I think communication is like everything. You have one chance to make it right. And I know that people, and we see a lot of emails that might not be professional, are just made just because, but the truth is, the way you present yourself is not about just driving a nice car, having a nice purse, you know, having a nice suit. It's actually about the way we behave and the way that we communicate. Communication is the way we say to the world, this is who I am. So that's why I actually want you guys to have a very good way to present yourselves, because I do believe that you are amazing agents. So let's see how it looks right now. You see, it looks awesome. So this is an alternative. So if I make this change on which I might make it on the template, if I resend it to you, I think if I send it to you, it will change. I have to think, because I don't use templates so much, but it looks a lot better. At least I think so. Okay. So, but the way to find out in your case in particular is that you just play with it. And when you're happy with what you see, that's it, you're done. So let's see what else. Okay, so this is something that I was adding just to show you, okay? Let me get out of here. So this is something I wanna make clear. Here I am in the preview mode, okay? To get out of here, you have a little cross on top of your right corner. Click on that and you're back to editing, okay? So I'm gonna delete this because I don't like it. But one thing that you can add, and I didn't put it here, you can make a note. What do you mean by a note? I say, well, you can just basically send a note to your client saying, hey, and this is how it works. You just basically grab your text, okay? And you can, let me see, you can basically put it anywhere, like here. And you can have here anything, like hello. Give me 1 second. So you're gonna say hello. This is the market report for the month of April. I wanted to share with you to let you know how the market is doing right now. Or what else? I'm gonna make it bigger or longer, but you can get the idea, right? So if you wanna send a little note, you can do it. Editing here is the same, like I said, as any other thing. You just basically come and change the size. I can go to 18. And basically that's about it. I can leave it like that. I can make it justify, or I can leave it all to the, what is that? Center, whatever works, okay? So that's something that you might add, is always creates a personal touch. And there is a way that you can add, you know, so it says, hi, John. And it's basically, you put, I think you have to put the symbol, let me see. Well, the thing is, you're not gonna see it because I'm not gonna send it out. But if you really want it, I can create another template that has that, so you can basically just know what else you have to change, okay? So that's it. Now we have two parts, and this is why it's a template, because you will keep using this over and over again. Like, you can add here your signature, which you probably all have, and is either your optional signature, or if you have your own, I mean, it goes here. Just be mindful that you have to have optional there no matter what. And here is your social sharing. So this is what you have to add for social sharing. So I'm gonna ask a question, and I'm gonna ask you guys to put it on the chat. Do you guys all know what I'm talking about as far as social sharing? Do you know how to add? Can you copy and paste on the screenshot and paste? Yeah, oh, yes, okay. Can you please send us a copy of the recording I am using myself? Yes, I can, Paula. The recording will be saved. You will receive an email that says, I mean, because the other day what happens, I was doing total brokerage. I stopped recording prior to finishing, and I got the recording lost. But I didn't worry much, because you guys have a total brokerage, you know, entire training done by me on YouTube. But yes, you guys are gonna receive the recording of this. So here again, you can add your signature, okay? So I'm not gonna go over the signature, and I'm not gonna go over this, because you guys know. So once you do that, okay, let's go and save. Let me see. Let me close here. And you see, look at down on the bottom right. It says save and exit. And now I basically can go here and create a campaign out of this. So I will go to create a campaign. And now it will open a bunch of other stuff. As you can see, I always say the same. MailChimp is like an application for me created for children. Why? Because look at this. If you look to the right side of the screen, okay, I'm creating a campaign. So anything that is in dark gray is a button that requires an action. That means that that needs to be taken care of. Anything that is in light gray is something that I already did. So as you see, since we were working on our template and we click on create a campaign, which is what we have to do to send an email, now the design is done. I have to take care of all these on the top, okay? So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna add, who am I gonna send it to? Hopefully I have one that is only me. None. Anyway.
Maia, aia era apă pentru fier de călcat.
What happened?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. So you have to choose your audience. Who's going to be receiving your email? Okay, that's what it goes here. So I'm going to have to pick something, because if I don't pick something, it's not going to allow me to leave. Okay, so this is what I was talking to you about, that you can personalize it when you send a message inside of the email. Like, it will allow you to say, hi, and if the first name, if you have the first name of the person, that's what I always say, on your database, please do have separate tabs, first, last, email, and phone number, because they might be useful in places like this. So I choose my audience. I'm gonna choose my email, leave it like that. And here, I'm gonna choose my subject, okay? So like I said, this is always, they give you, you know, great tips here. Look at this. A great subject line gives you your audience a reason to open your email. Most people, and I know that you guys are not copywriters, I know you guys are not graphic designers or like, you know, live in the creative industry, but think of what makes you stop and open an email. And when you're thinking on your copy for your subject, use words that are exciting, that will make you stop, because you just need to stop a person for 3 seconds and then they will go to the next email. But you want to make sure that at least they see your name, get caught on your tagline, stop, open. It doesn't matter if they read it or not. Remember, the purpose of an email is not only to make them read it, which is that's the second tier of the email, is that you are there on their phone. That's the reason, that they see your name again and again and again. So when they have to think about real estate, they say, oh my God, yes, Ricardo, he keeps sending me all these reports. That guy clearly knows about the market. Because that's what people assume, right? They actually understand that if I'm sending you all these reports, it means that I know, which is true. Because if you do the report, at least you have to look at the numbers. So at least for 2 days, you're going to be able to keep them in your mind. So that's the whole purpose of this, is to show as a knowledgeable agent, not a seasonal agent, not a what I call the floaters, that are the people that are in and out all the time, but you're consistent, you're communicating valuable information, you're communicating facts. So if they have to think on real estate, if they are ready, and I'm saying if they, is because we do all these actions and they don't have to actually sell their home because they received my email. They have to be at the right moment needing to either buy or sell or rent. But at least what I want with this information is that you guys are the choice for them. So that's what marketing means. Marketing means that somewhere, someplace, there's someone that has a need. And I have to be the one option for that person to get it. So that's why we keep doing it, 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 because we know that when they're ready, we have to be the choice, okay? So I'm going to stop sharing, and I'm gonna open up for questions. So any questions? And okay, so the rule is, so if you know how to unmute yourself to be able to ask me something, please be mindful, and just ask the question and we go to the next person so I can answer. Paula, you raise your hand.
Okay, when I did the Canva, I downloaded,
Yes.
and like when it's where it says save, you know, because I downloaded, I put save, but then I went to look it up in my pictures to try to upload it in MailChimp, and I didn't find it. So how do you save it in your picture so you can upload it to MailChimp?
You save it when you were in Canva, you save it, but that means that the file is saved in Canva.
Okay.
To download it, remember that you have on the right upper corner.
Yeah, I did that.
You say,
Okay.
did you download when the arrow going down that says download? It has to be on your download folder. I don't know where your computer saves your files. That's why I say that I can only talk about Mac, because that's the only computer that I know. And actually I'm very limited on that, but I still don't know. Okay.
Well, when I do that, it sends me try Canva Pro free for 30 days.
No, but that's an option. It shouldn't be. Did anybody else have that problem?
No, you can cancel that, Paula.
You don't need to do it. You just basically, it's getting you the option, but you don't need to have it.
Okay.
To be able to use my file like you did, that's why I say you have to save it on yours. And you can even rename it. I recommend it, highly recommend that you rename, or I highly recommend something that I didn't mention before, is that you can make a copy, okay? So as soon as you get my template, because this is gonna happen in other issues. Like I did a template, I believe, for the social media and all that. As soon as you open a file that I send you as a template, do me a favor, you go to File on Canva, right? I'm gonna show you, so it's better. Hold on. What am I talking if I can show you? Okay.
Carmen.
Hi. How you doing, Paula?
Okay. So let's do this. So I'm gonna show you exactly here. So I'm here, right? I just open it up, boom, it's here. So I want you guys to come to File. Hold on, I have to move you from here, or this thing comes. And you're gonna make a copy. So you have a copy, you see copy of a copy of a copy, it looks ridiculous. And then I can come here and edit and change it. And it's gonna be price per SF. And I'm going to save it. So I want to find something. If I go to home right now, I would be able to see all my designs. You see, Paula? All of them are here. So for sale. What happens to Canva, and I realized this before, is that they don't change right away. So the editing of the name is kind of weird, but don't worry about it, because the truth is their files will be there, okay? So the most important thing is as you're working on a file, like for example, this, and you finish, you save it and done it, you just come to here, download, boom, gone. Okay?
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me stop sharing. Perfect. Okay, anybody else? Ricardo, someone else had a
Lola,
Yes.
Lola,
Yes.
how did you get to that market analysis in the beginning? What do you click to get that market analysis? That kind of, the format.
Let me show you. So
Mhm.
go to back to sharing. This is what
Mhm.
I'm actually in love with this application. Okay, so
Mhm.
I'm in Make, right? So what I did,
Right.
Carmen, the first thing I do, I kind of, like I mentioned to you, let me go back.
Search.
Okay, so I'm back.
Okay.
Hold on, back. Okay, so I did the search. I go to the criteria, right?
Correct.
I put my address, blah, blah, just so, even if I can put pending, whatever I want. So I can put cancel, so you see the difference. Once I do that, I go to results. Once I do results, go all the way to the bottom, stats, tabular. And that's it.
Oh, the tabular. Oh, got you. Okay. Yeah.
So
I got it.
I got it. This is what I'm doing, and I'm showing you is what I do for the market report that I create every month that has a lot more information, but I do exactly the same sequence, okay? Something else that I want you to remember. You guys know how to save searches, right?
Yeah, we know how to save searches. Yes,
okay.
to save searches. Yes.
Yeah, because what I do, I have all my searches that I use all the time for market reports, they're saved. So what I do, I just basically change, okay, like let's say I'm gonna do the market report of April, right? So when the month starts, when May starts, I'm gonna go and the only thing that I have to change is that the dates, because it's very specific. I have to, for the market report that I do for you guys, I have to see what happens in a month period. So I have to get the beginning and the end of the month and every week. But I don't have to look for the properties. I don't have to add the zip codes. All that is done.
Yeah.
So that takes you a lot of time. Okay.
Got it. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lola.
Anybody else?
Lola, I just emailed you just some kind of information that if we can add to the market report. I think it's like an extra box that the client click, and it's like ask for the value of your apartment, because if you send to all the owners of one building, you can ask that they email you or something. I don't know in what way we can do that.
Oh, that's a very good idea. Well, because what you do, I love that idea. Let's do it right now. I'm going to show you how you do it. So let's share again. That's what I like group. I mean, people says why I don't do one-on-ones, and I say I do one-on-ones, but I really, really enjoy working on groups. Okay, so let's go there. And we're gonna go to here. Okay, so I was doing this, so we got caught up in the questioning, but let me do this. Let me just finish later. Let me go to campaign, edit. Is that the one? Edit, yes. And I'm gonna go to edit design. I think it's an amazing idea. Thank you, Pilar. So what do? You come all the way to before, when you know that the person by now is hooked. If they get to this bottom, they're already hooked because they already look at all the numbers. You make it so easy on them. That's what I want. I want the market report to be something that when someone sees it, it's like, wow, this is so cool. And it's small, straight to the point, and it has information that I want there, okay? It doesn't have to be long and complicated to show you how much I know, because people don't have time. They don't have time to see how much you want to impress them, honestly. So you come here and you will add a button. You see it says button, so I come here and drop it there. So I drop it there, now I have to work with it. So I will come here and I said, what was the text that you said, Pilar? Request.
Or see your property details.
Request something about, what did you say, Pilar? Request. It was a CMA. No, it's a.
Your property value.
Oh, thank you.
Your property, yeah.
Your property value. And of course, we're gonna put the catch. So the options here are website, which I'm not gonna do, or email address, which I am gonna do because I want them to click in there and I wanted to receive the email. So I'm gonna put that and I'm gonna put mine, lola@optimer.com, right? What is the subject? I want to know how much my home is worth. I know that someone sends me a message, I just didn't see it. And this is a beautiful thing. You can even write the text on the body. So you can actually say, hi, I would love to receive or to make an appointment or to whatever. Actually, you want to write it as it is because you know that they wanted to have the price, but you're not going to send it to them. What you need to do is what? A appointment, right? So hi, I would like to have a, what is it? How long is it going to take you? 10 minutes? 10 minutes? Make it appealing, make it not long. 10 minutes. Zoom call to see how much my property is worth. Thank you. Let's see what's more advanced. Open a new window, title that. No, forget about it. So, and then you save it. Okay, no. Forget about the saving. That looks very awful to me. So I'm gonna take the advantage to show you what you do. Pilar is the one that says that, and I know that she knows her color, and I know that she knows her color because we've been working on her color for a while. So I'm gonna pick any color. So I'm gonna come here. It's not even close to our Optimer color. It's more like this. Dark blue. Okay. So I can have it like that. I can have it pink, whatever. Okay. Not bad idea to have it in a bright color so they will see it. Okay. And then I'm OCD. I like things to be cool. So I do the width to be full. Okay. And now I do save. Hold on, why I'm not seeing the saving? Oh, because I have you guys on the bottom. Save. I have to do it again. Manage participants. Mute all. Okay, I mute you all. Perfect. So now, if I go here, what we're gonna do? We're gonna do my favorite part, and this is what you have to do on every single email. And we're gonna do a send test email. Why do I do this every single time? I love to see how the links work. So what I want to see is what happens when this is what they see when they receive this. But besides all the things they see, by the way, this can be black or can be just basically white, okay? And I can come here and see this part of the email. And if I click here, that's it. This email, that doesn't even need a subject, okay? This is me requesting to me this price quote. So this is a great idea for you to make it simple on people, and to, most important, you already have their email, but now you know that they have their interest. And one of the things that I like a lot about today's time is that we can use a lot the Zoom. And I think that showing Zoom and showing that we can resolve something in a very short period of time is great, okay? And it will make our coming back to whatever reality we're gonna come back so much efficient. We're gonna be so efficient that it's gonna be not even funny. Because if we go back to ignoring things that we're doing today just because now we can invent in the future soon, we're gonna be able to be back into with other people, we're missing the point. I'm having like all these like conversations, meeting with a lot of you that I do on Zoom. And before it was like, yeah, call me. And I was on the phone trying to figure it out, helping you. Now I don't even try. I start talking to you. And as soon as like we kind of know what the issue is, I say, you know what, hang up, let me call you on Zoom and let's work this out. Because it works so much better. So now most of the time the issue was, I have to meet with my client. Let me go to find my client. Let me see if he can come from Brazil to see the, no, you can send him a contract. You guys are on Zoom. You guys, he can actually make any comments on your contract. You can actually work it on total brokerage. He can see you making changes. You can deal with everything that is on the contract on the Zoom call. And then you send it to him to sign on total brokerage. And the guy never moved from Brazil. It's not, so we're going to be able to bypass so many excuses that we had prior to this. So is now the excuse is only going to be in our mindset. So if we are ready to say, you know what, I'm ready to move forward, that's what we're going to do, move forward. So any other question? Pauline, you have to go. Thank you. Love you to death. How did you make the, can you make the tutorial? Yes, the tutorial, the class will be done. So any other question? Yes, Ricardo.
It's just like, hello, everybody. Just to add, like when you said, hold on, let me open my, the three circles that I said for sale, prices per square foot or sold. You can put the same thing that the Pilar said, to put like a link, and the body can put it there. Like if people, they can go and click and the circle says for sale, and you can put some information right there. You understand like what I'm saying?
I understand.
You put a link like for sale when you receive the email and you see for sale like a 12 unit, you click in the circle and they can open more information right away.
Yes, it just depends where you want to send them. Like the rule of thumb is this. What is the goal for what you're doing? I don't want them to go and find it on their own. I want them to call me. I want them to request it for me. I want to have the chance to actually be with them on the phone or on Zoom to make a close. That's what I want. If I allow them to go on their own, this is what happened to our minds. It's a monkey mind. It's true that we can do that, and they will go and they click and they go to a different website now. So now they forget about my email. They never got to the click here to request something, and then they got distracted because they jump into one place to another. And then later the son says, "Hey, mom, I need it for that." "Oh, honey, yeah, right." Boom, gone. They're gone. So this is something that we're seeing a lot happening today. That's why a lot of what you see, and I don't know if you, the term landing page, it became very confusing. But the term is very simple. It has been proven that it's more efficient to keep a person in one place with their attention scrolling down than to click, and then they don't know where they are. They just went like a monkey mind, going from one place to another and from one window to the next, and they cannot come back. And they're gone. So what the purpose of the whole concept of the landing page, which was an evolution of a website, basically, is that you have all the information in one place. So and it has that straightforward call of action. When you finish that, when you keep reading, and you go to the end, that's a call of action. So I love the Pilar idea. Thank you very much, Pilar. Are you still there? Yeah. So thank you very much, because it is important to have the call of action. It's actually crucial, because you're showing me all these numbers, all this is cool, and before you even think of leaving, it's like, hey, request, let me give you this. I mean, we have to work it out on the wording maybe to make it more appealing, like, yes, I want it. When people just click because they're so, you just tell, click here to get that, and they just click. That's what we want to create, because then it will be the email that you will receive. And that's when you basically schedule an appointment. I mean, it doesn't cost you nothing, and it makes you to look like an expert. The guy's going to ask you more likely questions over a building that you're sending. The only thing that I recommend, be sure that you know your numbers, okay? The good thing about Zoom, I don't know how many of you know this, but I can actually be reading a script right now, which I am not doing because I'm horrible at scripting. But if I could be actually looking at script right now, and you will not be able to tell. What am I saying with this is, even in your case, you have a market report of the building, you have all the units, you have the MLS open. If you're not sharing that screen with the person, they don't know what you're looking at. And you can basically be telling them numbers, and they will say, oh my God, you know so much. And they are not sharing the screen, you're not sharing that particular screen with them. You can always share it with them and show them the real numbers. So that's what I say when I say that if we use the advantages of what we're living today in our business, we're going to be amazing, and we're going to be so much stronger, clear, straight to the point. People is not going to be waiting for, oh yeah, the call. It's just going to be boom, boom, bam. Why? Because we have the option right now. Like, imagine you sitting with a client with 3 windows open, because you already know what questions can go back and forth, and you just keep sharing this one, like we just did. We just did it like that. You had it downloaded. I was on one, from one window to the next, and you were following me. So whatever questions I was able to answer you, that's super dynamic. I've been working with you on classes on Optimar for a long time. You tell me, I feel so much confident right now that we are achieving something when I do a class than when I was in live trying to do the class. Maybe because of the fact that when I was in class, in live, everybody was like in la la land. They were looking to another 3 different things. So it was really hard for people to accomplish something. And it was very frustrating. So now I feel a lot more, at least, grounded in myself. Like, I talk to you, you guys have a phone, or like Pilar, I know that she was working on the computer with a phone on the side. So at least you're doing it. And that for me is priceless. So any other questions, so I don't take more of your afternoon?
No, it was super great, super class.
Awesome. And you were able to fix your other
Thank
issues?
you so much, Lola.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you.
Carmen.
We appreciate.
Awesome. I'm going to be
We'll see
doing
you
a
soon.
class.
Thank you, Lola.
2 things. I'm going to be doing a class of the part of the CRM of Total Brokerage. And I'm going to be doing also a class of, what else? Of listing presentation. Okay. I did an adaptation of our listing presentation on a landscape format. When I do the class, you're going to have the choice to download it, of course, and have it for you. And it's in a PDF format, but it's going to be, you only have to change one page. There is a page that talks about you. You can request that to marketing. And but basically, it's going to be easy for you to make listing presentations on the computer, okay? Because it's designed to be on a computer, on a screen, not portrait, okay? So, love you guys. Thank you for your attention. I'm going to unmute you all so we can all say goodbye. Hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Lola,
Have a great
bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Safe.
Everybody.